Alright, should be live. Hello, YouTube. We are back. Back. So yeah, I knew I'm a tad bit late coming back to FF. For basically, I've had a week break from the game. A week break from streaming it anyway. I've been jumping in for a couple hours pretty much every night. But last time I streamed it was like a week ago. So I've been playing it, but it's mostly been like leveling alts and stuff like that. I've been working on my paladin a little bit, only at level 32 so far. Still working on that. I got my marauder. He's at 27. Let's see, my pugilist, which is still unfortunately a pugilist, is at level 27. Let's see here. My dragoon's still at level 50, I think. Yeah, I didn't touch my dragoon at all. Hey, Yepers, you're first. Nice, man. And my machinist is level 30. Yeah, so I've been working on my classes, but today we're gonna switch my race back to Hyur. I guess I'll do that real quick since it's gonna take a few minutes. As we saw before. Let's see. So I gotta unequip everything. Because unfortunately, that's how it works. Equip all that shit so we can Fantasia it off. Can't do that, but just... Alright, after the Fantasia, boom. You can already okay, alright, boom. We removed all the gear, so let's log out and let's change back to my Hyur. Fantastic. Yeah. Start menu. Angry Cupcake, what's up? Morning? Morning. How you doing? It's morning for you. It's 2:01 in the afternoon for me. Alright, so now... Nope, hold on. Alright, re-edit character. Yep, and we're going with save slot 1. Boom. There's my sexy bitchy. My bitchy self again. There we go. Matilda Plays! Hello, glad I managed to catch a stream for once. Well, I'm glad you got to catch it. How you doing? Yep, first stream back playing FF in a little bit. It's been a hot minute. Well, again, I've been playing in the afternoons on my own time, just kind of leveling alts. But okay, so let's log back in, get my gear back on. Hey, Disillusion Dark, how you doing? 9 PM here. Okay. So. Still not morning for either of us. Yeah, but I've been playing a little bit on my own time. It's just the only real reason I haven't reason I was like streaming other things like Total War Warhammer 2 is it was really just because those are good games to play while talking to my friends because they're just kind of passive things where you're just making strategic moves, kind of like you're playing chess. Yes, and I kind of miss like because I used to do that a lot more. But when we started doing the FF streams, obviously I can't have my friends talking in my ear while I'm going through the storyline. I'm gonna miss a lot of stuff, so I can't have them on the Discord in the background, talk to them, chilling, chatting while I grind shit out. So, or if I did try to do that, I'd have to hang up on them every single time a cinematic came up and then reconnect to the call. It's all more of a headache than it's worth, so I just generally stay off Discord when I'm doing FF streams. So, but I used to do it a lot more where I would stream something like Total War Warhammer 2, which is, again, a game you can kind of play passively. You do need to focus. It is a grand strategy game, after all. But, yeah. Unceremoniously back to my sexy self. There I am. Look how beautiful I am. Absorb the sexiness. Anyway, but yep, just did that a little bit, and then I kind of got sidetracked with some other stuff. And for anyone worried about the near replicant stuff, that's also I did that one. I have no excuse for. I just kind of fell. I just kind of started playing. I got prompted to play some other games just on my own time that kind of distracted me, so I forgot to record and get back to that. But I haven't forgotten anything. To me, all the time that has passed between the FF streams and the last time I played Nier Replicant has been like that for me. I haven't forgotten anything, but it feels like a blink of the eye, and I'm like, oh, when was the last time I uploaded my last Nier episode? A week ago? Like, I look at it like I'm like in an alternate universe. Like, time just flew by me. Because for me, it's literally been what feels like a snap of a finger. Time just flies the hell by, I'm telling you. Alright. But as the title suggests, we unceremoniously switch back to my sexy Hyur. And now it is time that we jumped into Dark Knight, the Dark Knight story for Stormblood. We probably won't be able to get through the whole thing. I'm assuming some of it's locked behind some of the zone areas we haven't got to. Don't know yet, but we're going to get as far as we can with the Dark Knight story for the stream. It's 7 p.m. here, and it's raining in Scotland. Yeah, it's kind of getting rainy here too, but it's so far just cloud coverage. We haven't gotten any actual water come down yet. It's fine. Was literally playing Psychonauts 2 5 minutes ago. Okay. I haven't played the first Psychonauts. Like, Psychonauts is a series I totally missed out on. So was kind of Ratchet and Clank. You know, I don't know why I associate those two. Like, they both come to mind together. But those are like two set of games I never got into. When was your birthday? I'm not gonna tell you the specific date because it's never smart to do that and tell the internet your specific day. But I'm celebrating it on the 24th. I'm celebrating my birthday on the 24th of September. All I'll say is it's in that same week. Like, the same week of the 24th is my birthday. So, but I'm celebrating it 24th. I don't know what I'm going to do for a stream. I've debated a couple ideas. Again, bringing on some friends, just chilling and chatting, doing something dorky. Maybe playing a game together on stream would be nice. Thought about just doing maybe a challenge or something fun just to kind of commemorate my 22nd birthday. I'm not sure. We'll have to see now, won't we? Nice, happy early birthday then. Oh, thank you, Matilda. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. Turning 22. I know I look older than 20. Yeah, I'm 21, turning 22 in just a few short weeks. Neither have I. Watched a playthrough of it a while back, though. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I probably ought to... If I could... I think Psychonauts 1 is stuck on a console, so I probably won't be able to play that. But Psychonauts 2... Psychonauts 2, I might luck out there. Because I know that's on PC. I think I've seen it on Steam. I might try Psychonauts 2. Hopefully you don't need 100% to know the first game story to play it, but I don't know. I got a bunch of games in my my backlog I gotta play. But anywho, let's hop on over to Ishgard so we can continue the Dark Knight story. It's on Steam under $10. Under $10? Huh? Oh wait, Psychonauts 1 or Psychonauts 2? Because Psychonauts 2 is new. If that's already $10, geez. Is it a discount? I know there's a lot of sales and discounts going on right now, so I don't know. Is that one of these cases? 1. Oh, okay, so the first Psychonauts is on Steam. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it was console locked, like certain games. Yeah. It's funny is with the announcement of Saints Row the remake, which I'm not looking forward to at all. But the good thing about the announcement was Saints Row, the first Saints Row, a Saints Row reboot or remake. I'm not exactly sure what the term is. They're restarting the franchise. With the announcement of that, I've kind of wanted to. I have all the other Saints Row games on my computer, and I've been kind of playing them on the side a little bit for the nostalgia. But I haven't played Saints Row 1 since I was like 14, 13 years old. So that's another game to mention. Is a buddy of mine is selling his Xbox 360, and he has a copy of Saints Row 1, and he said, hey, I'll factory reset it and sell it to you, and I'll even give you a controller. So I'm getting all that for like $100. I'm getting quite the steal. But yeah, I find being able to relive the Saints Row 1 experience, and plus I'll have a new I'll have a new console, to add to my repertoire that I can play some old games, because I really never had an Xbox. Xbox 360, stuff like that, I usually had to go to a friend's house to play any Xbox 360 exclusive games. So, that was interesting back in the day. Anyway, on track with what we're doing here today. Been doing a lot of Relic grinds and some Elite Dangerous on the side. Nice. I've been hearing more and more of Elite Dangerous's name. Maybe I gotta check it out. Oh. Ice cube. I tried to bite it and it slipped out of my mouth. Ice cube. Trash. There you go. My aim is terrible today, apparently. Anyway, on track. Here we are. Alrighty. Sidegu, it's been so long, my good buddy. In memories we walked. Let me turn everything up for me. Sidurgu is looking grim and dark as ever. So he's doing good. It's good to hear. Good to hear. Shroud. Fellow master of the dark arts, and yet that is but one of many faces you wear. Slayer of gods, rider of dragons, savior of Ishgard. A hero by any measure who stood against Nidhogg and on the steps of faith when others fled. A hero who walks in light and fights for great causes, and a knight who walks in darkness and fights for the forgotten. A contradiction, some might say. Rubbish, I say, but you tell me. Do you yet walk the path? So long as innocent Sapphire will not forsake the abyss. The Dark Knights are so edgy, I gotta say. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes when you read the lines, you kind of just want to slip into that Batman voice. So long as innocent suffer, I will not forsake the abyss. If I must forsake the abyss to serve the light, then so be it. I'm sorry. It's just... Oh, God. My inner jokester just can't help it. That was the first one. I thought not. Then let us speak as comrades. Ishgard has seen much change in recent days, and many proclaim it to be the dawning of a new era of peace and prosperity. An enlightened age, yet as we both know, the brighter the light, the deeper the shadows. Hey Nathan, welcome to stream. As dark knights, we must remain vigilant for injustice, and be ever ready to defend the weak and downtrodden, now more than ever. It has been a while since we patrolled the streets of our fair city, felt the cobbles beneath our boots and so forth. A tour from the top might be in order. Why don't we start at the last vigil? Tally here! I do gotta say, I love Sid. S-I-D Sid. Sid is great. He's such an edgy boy, though. He's Mr. Edge. You walk by him and you just got a bunch of paper cuts on the side of your shoulder. It's like, what the fuck? He just he exudes an aura of edge. It's his style. Alright, let's spell up here. Gods of Eld, and memories we walked. Reflect on the path you have walked at the last vigil. Okay. Time to reflect. Someone got a mirror. Get the mirror. As you look on Fortom Manor, you but reflect upon your time in Ishgard, the comrades with whom you traveled, and those lost along the way. Rest in peace, my boy Harshafant. You seem distracted. Ah, right. You were a ward of House Fortom. Once upon a time. No, I suppose not. Huh? Damnedest thing, but I swear I heard something in your pack break. Oh, fuck. Bloody hells. Is that your soul crystal? What happened to the other half? Forgive me, it seems I am the one responsible. Huh? I do not know you, boy. Name yourself. Mist, my lord. Is it Mist or Miste? Or Meist? I'll go Mist. Mist, my lord. I'm no lord, and you're no Mist. Don't think I would know a bastard of the broom by sight. Don't think I wouldn't know a bastard of the broom by sight. I have a power which I can use to help those in need. Alas, this power requires a tremendous quantity of ether. I thought to draw on natural sources nearby, but in doing so I stole a portion of that contained within your crystal. Forgive me, please forgive me. I will return it to you, I promise, but I must ask first that you allow me to use a portion. Sid, Sid's always it always is amazing disposition. Fuck no. Mist, was it? Who do you want to help? Anyone, everyone. Look around you. Is not this world filled with sadness and despair? If I can free but a single person from their burdens. He means well enough. Why don't we help him find someone in need and give him a chance to use his power? Oh, bloody brilliant. Let's believe the mysterious boy and the mysterious power who mysteriously stole a portion of Shroud's soul crystal. Preach! What could possibly go wrong? Ah, I love Sid. Well, it's your crystal, Shroud. Either we deal with the boy here and now, or we go along with his plan. And since you're not reaching for your sword, I gather it's the latter. Actually, speaking of, where the fuck did my sword go? Congratulations, boy. You get your wish. We're not like to find any poor unfortunate souls here, so I suggest we head to the Foundation. When we find no one suitable here, you are to return what you stole at once. Understood? Yes, my lord. Thank you for placing your trust in me. Young androgynous boy. Seems to be a trend. Alright, so that means we're heading to... Oh, we're just heading back down. Okay. Oh, well. Wait, where specifically... Where specifically in Foundation? Oh, we're just going right by the Forgotten Knight again. Okay. We'll zip on over then. Oh, tally-ho! Millie. Discomposed carpenter. Coin in the coffer, milady. Until you pay what's owed, you'll get not more from me and me boys. You have my assurances that the remaining funds will be delivered soon. Surely that is enough to convince you to resume work. I've got a score of clients clamoring for me services. Clients willing to pay in full, in advance. I'd be a fool to put you ahead of them. I understand that, I do. But it has been an eternity since we first brokered this arrangement. And many of the clients of whom you speak have come to you but recently. I know this to be true. It's one thing to aid the scholasticate, milady, but you've got to understand me position here. Bloody politics it is. No man lifts a chisel till we're paid in full. I'm sorry, but that's the way it's got to be. A blessed evening to you. Oh, I beg your pardon. I did not notice you standing there. As you may have overheard, I am funding the restoration of the statue of Saint Valorient. And as you may have guessed, it is not going well, on account of my insufficient funds and my family's growing infamy. My cousin was Sir Ignace de Vesnaint of the Heaven's Ward. Okay, so he was a knight. He served the Archbishop faithfully, together with his sworn brothers, great goodly men who were complicit in terrible crimes, if Sir Emmerich and his warrior light are to be believed. Ignace was distraught when he learned the statue had been destroyed by the Dravanians. He took it upon himself to champion its restoration, but because of these tales, others are reluctant to involve themselves. I do not know nor care if Sir Emmerich speaks the truth. Ignace was my cousin, and a man of the Fury, and I will honor him by completing his legacy. Or so I once believed. Perhaps it is indeed beyond me. Maybe, but apparently we're gonna help you. Why not? Let's go speak with Mist. I'm kind of tempted not to help, considering how much I hate the knights, but at the same time, it's not like restoring damaged architecture is a bad thing. Alright, there's Mist. We found someone, didn't we? I knew it. I knew we would. I can help her. Yes, yes. I will make it right. I have the power. Come, let us not keep this poor woman waiting. I don't know, the hairstyle kind of reminds me of, Brain. Name was just there. Come back! Come back, name! Why did it slip out? Like, the moment I was about to say it, it was like gone. Fuck. I don't know why my brain is not clicking today. The fuck? Name, come back to me. Hold on, I'm gonna cheat. Because I know the... Yeah. Hold on. Actually, before I scroll. Take us back. Hold on. Azael! Thank fucking Christ! Why did that take so long to come back? Fucking hell. I will say this, I didn't actually look at the search results. So, it came back before I looked. I want credit for that. My brain just... Also, thank you, Matilda, for saying it as well. Is this child a friend of yours? The way he stares at me is somewhat... Do you wish to see your cousin again? Well, yes, I would love to see Ignace again. More than anything. But I know I will not. He walks in Halone's halls, I am certain. Think of him. Think of his face, of his smile, of his laugh. Remember every moment you shared, every memory, and hold that image of him in your mind's eye. And then go to a quiet place you shared where no one will come. Wait for me there. I really don't understand what this is all about, but since you seem so earnest, I will trust you and do as you wish. You ask. There is a garden to the south of the tribunal of which we were both fond. I pray you will explain all to me when this is finished. Go with her. I will go to Sidurgu and Riel, and bring them with me. Then you will all understand what I can do, and why you must help. That's a promise. Alright. This kid is weird. Alright, so we're off to the pillars. Alright. Right by the last sigil. Alright. Yeah, one thing everyone out there has to understand about me, the worst thing the worst, I don't know why this is, but names are the one thing my memory never wants to hold on to. Images, pictures, like what someone looks like, sticks forever. I can't remember names for shit, even if they're of characters and people I really, really like, unless I'm talking to them all the time and have to remember the name all the time. If I don't have that repetition, it just seeps out of my brain. I hate it so much. I wish. I don't know if I'd want to switch it. Maybe remembering someone's face is more important than remembering their name. But I think remembering their name is also very important for, like, conversation. So it's like, oh my god, I miss you so much. Can't remember your name, but it's good to see you. It comes off as really rude, especially when people don't understand, like, oh yeah, his memory's shit for names, but he remembers faces. I remember faces great. To credit myself with that, I'll just say. Alright, here we are. Ah, your friend has arrived. He has brought companions, I see. No, it cannot be. Okay. It's an illusion. It's some kind of illusion magic. Ignace, is it really you? Oh, praise Helone, you're alive, you're alive! My dear cousin, how it warms my heart to see you in good health. I pray you will forgive me my lengthy absence. Don't be foolish. There is only joy to see you returned. Come, we must go to your father and mother at once. How they will weep at the sight of you. I cannot. Better for them to mourn me as the son who gave his life in service to his archbishop and his home. I have heard that you yet labor to see the statue of Saint Valorant. Again, I just want to click my Valorant. I'll say Valorant. Valorant restored. Know that I am grateful beyond measure. I am undeserving of your praise, cousin. For all my efforts, the statue remains a shattered ruin. But seeing you here, so full of light and life, fills me with renewed conviction. I will see it through, I swear to you. And if you have indeed done the things they say, then perhaps it will earn you a measure of forgiveness. I love you, cousin. Now and ever after. Look after my parents, and yourself. I don't know how you did it, but thank you for bringing him back to me. But you must know he is not safe here. I pray you help him flee the city. She's right. Ishgard is no place for a man of the Heaven's Ward. We will sneak him out of the city. The fewer the better. Meet us at Falcon's Nest after. We have much to discuss. Okay, so is he actually alive? Or... I'm still getting, like, illusion vibes. I don't know. Am I totally off base? Think it's some kind of like illusion magic? Alright, so we're at Falcon's Nest. Whoops. Habit! For fear of being seen by the sentries, I bade the others go on ahead. We should hurry. The further they take Ignace from Millie, the weaker he will become. I pray we are not too late. Alright. So it is some kind of illusion. But it's connected to her, not missed. Okay. Swirling abyss. Forgive me. Forgive me. I should have known the magic would not sustain itself much longer. That which you see before you is Ignace, what remains of him. I can give the memories form, I can breathe them full of life and return them to their loved ones, but as the memory fades, so too does the magic. Aether, formless and free, that which I took I used to make Ignace, and Millie, whole. Draw your sword, reclaim that which was lost, consume the abyss, Soul Leader. In the depths of the abyss, a flame lingers. Oh, okay, I have to use the specific attack, Soul Eater. It is finished. Good. I've had enough of this farce. Conjuring a simulacrum of a bloody night of the Heavens Ward in the middle of Ishgard? Fury, take me. You are a fool. We're lucky to be alive. Your soul crystal is restored, then? No, it looks like it's still cut in half. Or not. We had an agreement, boy. You were to return that which you stole. Forgive me. I returned to you that which I used to give Ignace life, but as for the remainder... 4 more times. It is within my power to do this 4 more times. 4 more times and you shall be made whole. You have my word. For a boy with such an incredible power, you are remarkably helpless. Not only did you rob Shroud of his ether, you imposed upon him to find your people in need. You want to do good, you want to be a hero, you want to help people, then why weren't you better prepared? I will never be a hero. I only wanted to help. It is not death itself we fear, but the unfinished story. The promise of what could have been. It is enough to break a heart and a man. The shattered pieces of a life will never come together again, but if a glimpse of their loved ones grants them the peace they deserve, then I must. It is your decision, Shroud. You are the victim. Perhaps some good may come of this. Well, he's got my ether. I'm not about to let him out of my sight. So either way, I kind of agree to do it. Just it's either begrudgingly or hopeful. I don't know. I'll do begrudgingly. You know, Dark Light. We got to channel the Dark Knight edginess. Then you will continue to accompany me? That is a relief. We're not going anywhere, Mist. Even Sid. He may look and act like a chocobo's ass, but he means well. Giving him shit. Fine. I'm only trying to put the fear of the gods into the little shite. But by all means, go ahead and undermine my authority. Anyway, I'd rather not freeze to death out here in the snow. Let's return to Falcon's Nest and discuss what to do next. I feel like a power like this would backfire heavily, wouldn't it? Like, you're showing people, like, assuming it's all across the board gonna be people who are actually dead and not, like, lost or just... I don't know, I feel like... In this specific circumstance, it worked because you could argue, oh, he's a fugitive, he's still got to run away, and in many ways, it's... And you could still play it off, you know? But still give the cousin her... Give her that relief. And get away with her feeling like he's still alive, just she can't... And hopeful for that stuff. I don't know, I feel like it would backfire in other circumstances, though. Like, what if someone who's long dead and someone, like let's say a husband or a wife, you know? If it's as a husband or a wife, you bring them back to give some kind of closure, but then that person has to relive the loss all over again when they have to, their memory has to fade again. I don't know, I feel like that could be really bad. Hey, what's up, Dro? How you doing? Just what I needed, another child to look after. Am I a Dark Knight or a nursemaid? Even I don't know anymore. But times they are ever-changing, and perhaps we Dark Knights must change with them. Long-held truths are become lies, and villains heroes. Though I should be glad if I never have to deal with another hero again. No offense, of course, but you are the exception that proves the rule. The righteous are all too uncompromising, and woe betide the man who offends their delicate sensibilities. If anything, I say you are too accommodating, but it is your ether and soul crystal at stake. 4 times he swears, but we shall hold him to it, together. In the meantime, you may as well get some rest, or attend to other matters. These two can keep themselves company. Maybe I'll find somewhere to take a nap, or a tavern to have a drink. He's so grumpy. Good. On short work break, get to leave in 1.5 hours. Nice. Almost out, man. Home stretch. Next on that quest will be available reaching level 63. I'm level 73, so I'm already 10 levels above the requirement. The requirements for undertaking subsequent quests can be reviewed in your journal. Okay. Well, good news is, I think I meet them. Oh, thank the gods, an adult. Riel has been spending a lot of time with Mist, keeping him company and getting to know him and so forth. Not that there's much to know. He won't talk about his home or his past. Doesn't seem to have any interest or skills beyond conjuring elaborate illusions derived from memories. I've no idea how he does it either, and more importantly, I'm not sure how we could take back the ether he stole. We may have no choice but to agree to his terms, unless you're content to carry half a soul crystal. I can hear you whispering, you know. Sorry, that's real. I can hear you whispering, you know. Mist means well, and Shroud and I are willing to help him. Why aren't you? Because it's Sid. Sid's edgy boy. He can't be all like, oh, well, yay, we get to help people. No, he's Dark Knight. We gotta do everything begrudgingly. I didn't say I wasn't willing. I'm still here, aren't I? Right then. We found no one suitable for the boy's needs here. Rather than return to Ishgard, I say we try somewhere new. Let's head to Tailfeather. Finally cleared the last raid tier with my static group Tuesday, and re-cleared 8 times in total yesterday. Feels good. Nice! Well done, man. Mad props. I still don't have a static. Alright, so... let's see here. Tailfeather. Tally-ho! Alright, boom. Here we are. Now, rendezvous with Riel at Tailfeather. Hello, Riel. Life here is not easy, but it is fulfilling all the same. That said, the hunters had no personal tales of profound tragedy to share. They did, however, tell me of an outsider recently brought here from Falcon's Nest. A prisoner, actually. A woman named Loudy. Loudy. First boss in raiding is getting a group together. Definitely, it's definitely the first major hurdle. Can't really call it a boss, because bosses are singular. They're like the one entity you gotta deal with. Scheduling! Now that's the first boss. Because that is one single thing you gotta wrap everything up from a bunch of different conflicting mechanics, so to speak. She's to atone for her crimes through hard labor, but the proctor has been zealous. He berates her constantly, and every day she bears fresh bruises. Ah, Ishgardian justice. I know it well. If this woman is performing various chores for the hunters, then it should not be hard to find her. Come, let us look around. Kind of random, but as a veteran WoW player, do you remember the Machinima series, Dude, Where's My Mount? I don't remember that series. When it comes to Machinima series, I remember the most well. Tales from the Past, parts 1 through 3. That was fucking god tier. I remember that Machinima series a lot. There's another one, I don't remember the title of it. But I know it won an award at one point. But it was about two orc warriors, when they, I can't remember the name, fuck. Two orc warriors, when they were kids, they became friends. One was weaker than the other, and one protected the other. And then, as they got older, they then became warriors of the Horde. They went out to fight. One was kind of the good guy. The other one was a vicious berserker. Then, the whole story takes place with them, like, feuding and conflicting. And fighting each other. And then the very thing ends with them both dying. I don't know. There was a lot that happened with that one in particular. But that's another one I remember pretty well. I can't remember the name of it until it saved my life, though. But Dude, Where's My Mount? Unfortunately, I don't remember that one off the top of my head, but I am going off the name. I remember things very well visually. So I'd have to look that one up. I probably have seen it, and just aren't remembering the name. It's not too random, though. Ah, there we are. Yeah, but Tales from the Past, or Tales of the Past, that was a really, really good set of machinima. They were like movies for how well done they were. This is the place, isn't it? Insolent child, you are not to speak unless spoken to, is that clear? I recognize her. It's the bitch! Unless it's a very creepily convenient, similar looking one. I can't do that thick accent she had. Yes, my lord. Pray forgive me my impudence. Yeah, it's her. Actually, that's interesting. Okay. I was wondering if we'd ever see that bitch again. Here we are. Really? In the Dark Knight story of all places. Does she appear elsewhere? That's kind of interesting. That she got carried over into the Dark Knight story. Basically, two broke dudes going around in Ezra trying to get paid doing wacky shit. Sounds alright. Do not play me for a fool. Your sins are beyond forgiveness. Sir Emmerich and his noble brethren may think you worthy of mercy, but I have seen your kind before. A swift death is more than you deserve. A swift death is more than that bastard deserves. I can't imagine what she did to deserve that kind of treatment. She did a lot, actually. You know her shroud? Seven hells. She's the one that led the protest at Falcon's Nest? The one that nearly put an end to... The one that nearly put an end to the peace conference? She poisoned you? Well, that explains a lot. Though if you of all people can find it in your heart to forgive her, or at least forsake bloody revenge, then it's hard to look at this and call it justice. Her crimes were born of desperation and despair. For the husband she lost. Perhaps if the two of them were to meet again. Oh boy. Don't be foolish. She knows he's dead. You only cause her pain. Exactly. This is exactly where a power like this backfires. You try and bring back someone who's dead and give them that light of hope, and then that memory has to fade again. Oh, that's far more crippling than if you had just left them in their misery to mourn. At least they'd be able to get over it. Jesus. Pain is all that is left to her, don't you see? How they cry in the dark, how they mourn their deed, how it festers and spreads and corrupts them thoroughly. We have seen it. We have made it. Fine, fine. Do what you will. Conjure your husband. But do not come crying to me when she curses you for your kindness. I will not give the hunters cause to turn their bows on us. Bows on us either. Riel, take Mist into the woods and hide. Shroud and I will free the girl. Here we go! Da 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 da! Rather, I will free the girl. I will free the girl. She would know you at once, and might misunderstand your intentions. We cannot risk the commotion. As for your part, no one is truly outside Halone's grace, don't you think? Confront the Proctor, make him see the error of his ways. If he is a good man, then he may yet repent of his wicked ways. If he refuses, then that is his choice to make, and he will have to accept the consequences of his actions. Doubly so if he bears steel. Yes. Oh, good. We're gonna fight him? Well, I got a giant sword on my back that I'll beat him in sentence. Come back. I'll beat him in twine. I don't know. I'll beat him into a pulp. I'll smash him with the blunt side of the sword. Bah, the very sight of you fills me with a murderous rage. See to your duties. I must needs cleanse myself of these impure thoughts through communion with nature. Perhaps a spot of fishing is in order? He literally just said, I want to murder you so badly right now, but to calm down, I'm gonna go fishing. What the fuck was that? Okay. Now's your chance. Now's our chance. Such epic music for not very that epic of a moment. The hell was that? Let's speak with the Orthodox Proctor. Alright, he going fishing. He going fishing. Hey, so are the trout biting? Who are you? Why do you disturb me? A concerned adventurer who objects to my treatment of a criminal? Ha! If only you knew her sins. She should have been thrown into witch drop. Alas, the Lord Speaker, in his boundless wisdom and mercy, demanded that we spare the woman's life. But rest assured, I will see that her every waking moment is filled with misery and scorn. You presume to judge me, a man of the church? I will not be cowed by your threats. The Fury guide and protect me. The Fury guide and protect me. Alright. You gotta beat a bitch up. Gotcha. There we go. Alright, search for Mist. Alright, we're going over there. I still think this is gonna backfire. I think Sid called it. Maybe in the writing it won't, but definitely in real life, if you were to do something like this, it would backfire. Look, we have brought them together. We have made her whole. How she smiles, how her eyes sparkle. Oh, they're over there, okay. I thought I was looking at the bush. I was like, is she dead? Damn. How beautiful, this happiness. Right. Every night I dream of your face. I could have tried to stop you from going back to the front. Could have begged and screamed and cursed, but I didn't, because I knew you'd listen. And even if you'd forgive me for it one day, I never would. The arrow may have missed my heart, but I've been dead for a long time. All of this just waiting. I can't do the accents, don't ask me. It's very thick Scottish from what we heard before, so I can't do that justice. That's what I'd tell you, Stas, if I could. And then you'd say, you can't stay stuck in that moment, Loudy. You've got to go on. You've got to forgive yourself, and you've got to let me go. But I won't. I won't. If I do, who will be left to remember the man you were? The soldier, the husband. I'm the only one who knows, and it's my duty to hold on to that as long as I can. That's what I'd tell him if he were here, but he's not. He'll never come home to me. So please, put an end to this. Whatever this witchcraft is. You're not doing any favors, dude. You're just bringing back the pain. That's all that's happening. Man, this is heavy, though. Heavy questing already. That's great. Shroud Scythe. Was this all your doing? No, it was mine. Forgive me. I thought that I wanted only to... I was wrong. I see that now. You have every right to be upset. You were warned, though. You were warned. Like, Sid called it. If my character had been allowed the dialogue option, I would have told you. I would have... like... But ignore my character. Sid literally said you're going to bring back her pain. And you argued, oh, she's already in so much pain. Yeah, guess what? You can add on to that. There's never an end to how much pain you can inflict, short of killing a person. And that's where the buck stops, I guess, fortunately. But emotional pain, you can keep stacking that bitch up like a Jenga tower. Unfortunately, though, eventually it will knock over, and then that will result in one hell of a terrible show. Yeesh. This kid is stupid. I'm getting Alphino, A Realm Reborn vibes of... basically, his arrogance is more in just his confidence that he's... Well, not really confidence. This kid's arrogance is more from the vibe that he just wants to help people aimlessly. But he's too focused on the act of helping and not enough on the ways to help properly. So it's actually a Cornish accent. It's a Cornwall, England, famous for its pasties. Really? I thought it was Scottish. To be fair, I don't know the major differences. It was really thick, I know that, and typically, I've heard that accent before, and it sounded Scottish to me. But obviously, you're Scottish, so you would know. For me, I know it's at least in Europe, somewhere. Definitely not Russia, or Germany, or Hungary, or Bulgaria. Or any of the other northern European countries. Yeah. But all this is pretty cruel. It's alright, boy. It is. I appreciate your kindness, even if it was misguided. You too, Shroud. I blamed you for a lot of things. Hated you so much. Because... I don't know. Because you came back, and Staith didn't. And Staith didn't, maybe. Because you weren't him. They say the war's over now, but it never ends for people like you, does it? There's always something worth fighting for. Everything ends. I mean, everything does kind of end. I agree with that. But I also agree with the notion that there's always something worth fighting for. Like, there's always something worth fighting for. Even if the fight itself may not result in the most favorable outcome, there's always something to fight for. There's always something to stand up for and say, I will die defending this. There's always something like that. And it varies for every person. Like, some people Some people, it's the baser needs in life, like a home, like shelter and food. For some people, it's family, it's friends. For others, it's concepts and ideals. You know, everyone's got something that they deem worth fighting for in their life. But at the same time, again, everything also does end. So I agree with both sentiments. I don't know. So I guess it depends on being edgy or being somewhat hopeful. I don't know. I also don't want her to get the wrong impression, though. There's always something worth fighting for. Vengeance is not one of those. I'll just say everything ends. Maybe, maybe not. But that's up to us, isn't it? Whether we carry it or don't. And something tells me you've not finished with it yet. I know what you are. I heard the stories as a child. Of the ones with neither shield nor sigil. Champions of the weak and the helpless. Undeterred by the law of man or God. I couldn't stop you any more than I could have stopped Stace from walking out the door that day. So, fight, damn you. Fight. If that's what you want. Just don't squander the time in between. There's never enough. Right. I suppose I owe it to him to try and make the most of what I've got left to. So I will. Take care, and thank you. She's gone. Reclaim your ether shroud. At least she's strong-willed enough that seeing Stace, what's his name? Seeing Stace wasn't enough to wound him too deeply. To wound her deeply. She understood it was an illusion and just kind of looked past it. But it is kind of cruel to drag back up the dead, essentially. As the ether flows into your soul crystal once more, from the depths of the fading abyss, you hear a whisper. What was that? Tomorrow's lottery numbers are what? Ah, damn. I knew it. Forgive me, forgive me. In the end, I could not make her whole. So much pain, so much loss. How it fills my heart and overflows. Maybe it is indeed beyond us. Maybe it is not in our nature. You've still got 3 more chances, don't you? There's no need to be so bloody melodramatic. At least not out here. We should go back to Tailfeather. I just got a weird idea. So, Mist has the same hairstyle as Ale. Your words did more for her than my illusion. She is still a good person, and so are you. She's a good person who did a bad thing. To be fair, I'm a good person who's done some bad things in my life too. And I think everybody is. I don't think those small bad acts we do here and there define us. It's the big bad acts though that can really redefine who you are. Depends on like. There's a lot to it. It's one of those things where there's never like this is this and this is this and that's it across the board. It's way too complex. I pray you both remember. Now, to carry on my thought. Mist kind of feels like a cross between Izael and... Not personality-wise, but literally just gender of Hashirfont. So kind of like... More like a male Izael than really a cross between Hashirfont and Izael. I don't know. Definitely got the same hair as Izael. That's the solid connection there. No, whoops. I don't know why that came to mind, though. Actually, cool. Actually, idea. Is it possible Mist actually is, like, a culmination of some of our memories? That thought also just came to mind. And Mist may not actually be a real person. It may not be a Frey situation, you know, where Frey was us, but just kind of conjured up to teach us how to be a Dark Knight. Maybe Mist is something along the same lines. but clearly as physical form, because Riel and Sidurgu are able to, are able to interact with. I don't know. Maybe when it comes to Final Fantasy writing, I don't think any of my predictions are going to be particularly on point. On to the next, I would say, but Mist looks to be in no state to continue. Which means we'll be staying here for a time, taking the fresh country air. Me and my little ones. Oh my god. Sid the begrudging adoptive parent. For what it's worth, I think that woman is better for what we did. Or at least as good as anyone can be after what she's been through. My fake yawn conjured a real one. The fuck? Shroud, I imagine you'd like to get back to it, and so would I. Unfortunately, Mist remains inconsolable. His failure with Laudy, such as it was, weighs on his mind. He's afraid of repeating the same mistake with others. And so, for lack of a better idea, I'm thinking it's time to pay another visit to those furry little shites from the Churning Mists. What? But why? What? But why? I can't imagine Mist helping a Moogle. My master used to take me to places like Mogholm when the city became too much. The fresh air, the quiet, the isolation. And yes, I have not forgotten how the Moogles helped Riel and me when we were moody and brooding. Though I would argue that we reconciled in spite of their intervention, not despite of it. Because of it. Whatever you say, Sid. Whatever you say. Don't worry. I haven't given up yet. How could I? You wouldn't. We shall see. I'm trying to think that... I'm also thinking that Mist's name is kind of a clue to who they are. Or what they are. Great. My fake yawn has now brought about several real ones. Yeah. Moogie. Oh, sorry, Moggy. Because Frey, in Frey's case, you could also argue that Frey's name, though, was his actual, was the person's real name, as Sid revealed. But at the same time, you could also say Frey is like a fray of your soul, or like a fray of you. Like, a fray can also mean like fragment or a part of. So in Frey's case, his name kind of was a hint at what he was. I'm trying to think if Mist is a similar case. I'm not sure though. For all I know, Mist is an actual person, and I'm 100% barking up the wrong tree. As in Cornwall, England, famous for its pasties. Oh, that's part of the original comment I read earlier. Okay. Pasties. That means something very different here in America. Pasties is a very specific thing. Do you mean pastries, or do you actually mean pasties? Like, pasties. Right then. Water under the bridge. No need for pom-poms to be torn... Pom-poms? Well, I added in the second one. No need for palms to be torn from heads and shoved down throats. Yet. Our Mist is taking in the sights, I believe. Why don't you join him?
Am I going with you?
I think I'd better stay out of here in case any of those nasty nasties try to slip past in Mogholm, Goobo. Oh, crap. That's part of another quest I started up that I never got to. Never mind, wrong thing. Or... Oh no, I guess it is the same. What? Now I'm confusing myself. No, pasties pronounced pasties. Ah, okay. Spelling is the same though. The wind in your hair, the sun on your face. Here you can immerse yourself in the beauty and the calm and forget the horrors. Almost. How far we have come, you and I. The others, they hesitate, but you understand the obligation, the duty, the need for atonement. Alright, yeah, I'm definitely getting Frey vibes, okay? Frey kind of started talking to us like this as well. I know I'm preaching to everybody who knows this, but I'm just saying, Frey talked to us just like this. It's like, you know, he talked about us like we had known each other so well. By all accounts, Mist is still a stranger if he was a different person than us. So again, I'm getting vibes that Mist is another version of Frey, perhaps. I don't know. I don't know if I'm reading into it too much. Well, maybe not Frey. Like, maybe not that darker part of us. Maybe it's actually the opposite. Maybe this Mist is the light in our character's soul. I don't know. I'm speculating, but still. For what do you need to atone? What happened to you? Miss is usually a last name given to orphans in the Broom. That's why Sid said he didn't look like he was from the Broom. I thought he said he did look like he was from the Broom. Oh no, I maybe I read it wrong. We have lost so much. So many friends and loved ones. So many moments. We thought we could keep and preserve them, but we are left with anguish in the end. Time strips us of even this bitter remainder, if we let it. But I cannot. This pain, this sadness, it's mine to bear, mine alone. This I understand now. Their grief will be mine, and in return I will give them peace. But who and when and where, that is the question. Even we have our limits. Who did I lose? Everyone. No one. We have always been apart, have we not? Perhaps one day you will understand, and then you will share my loathing and contempt. Oh, forgive me. I have been away from the others too long. Sid will be worried. We must return to them at once. Okay. Interesting. I don't know. The Dark Knight stories have all been the best so far. I really love the writing in their quest lines. It's a lot about the soul and stuff. There you are. I trust Mist has had ample time to reflect upon his mistake. I have. I am ready to resume my search for those I might help with my power. Difficult though it may be, I do not intend to give up. Glad to hear it. In that case, there's no need to remain here any longer. I say we leave this accursed place and never return. Don't be silly, Sid. I say we show Mist more of the churning mists. We did come all this way, you know. Come on. There's a place I'd like to show you. Sid Sid is now the dad. Okay, he's the dad. No, wait just a goddamn moment. You can't go running off on your own like that. You'll get eaten by a three-headed Goobo. I still don't know how to say those things. Riel? Bugger me with a bleeding... Come on, they cannot have gone far. Watch out for belligerent Dravanians and mischievous Moogles. Tally here. It's rough being a single parent. Although I guess that might make me mommy, so maybe he's not as single as I'm putting it out to be. Alright, here we are. Oh, did he beat up another set of Moogles? Not the palm. Don't give me that look. If the little bastards didn't want their heads caved in, they shouldn't have tried to sneak up on me. Besides, they're still alive. You ought to give me credit for holding back. Anyway, I lost sight of the children. I'm not sure which way they went. I'll head north and circle back towards Asa. You head straightaways there. Alright. Y'all really shouldn't mess with Sid. Foolish fool. Yes, you are. Moogles. They're weird creatures. I'm still not sure what they're supposed to be. I know a Moogle's supposed to be a Moogle, but like, what inspired them for creation? I get cat vibes, get a little bit of mice or rat vibes. More mouse than rat. Maybe some bunny. I don't know, they just seem to be fluffy things. Here we are. Good news, I'm almost 73, so I'm well above that. You should have seen the look on Sid's face when the Moogle started singing and dancing. He was utterly speechless. Why were the Moogles singing and dancing again? It was stupid, really, but I guess you could say that Sid had become obsessed with trying to live up to his master's example, and for all the wrong reasons. He lost his family when he was younger than me. Sir... Opan? So Opan took care of him and Frey. But they died too. So it's just the two of us now. He was angry and short-sighted, but now, well, he's still both those things, but not as much as before. So that's progress, I suppose. Sid's master was very dear to him, wasn't he? Oh, thank the gods. You shouldn't run off like that. Do you wish to see him again? Your master? Oh, fuck. Huh? Where is this coming from? What has Riel been telling you? I mean, there is much I wish I could have asked him before he passed, but... Wait, no. Don't you dare, you little shite. Literally, the man told... First of all, this is someone who knows what you're doing. Second of all, he knows it's fake. Third of all, why? Oh my god, this kid. Upside is we get to meet their master. Oh, he was an Ellison. I love that that's the first thing I take notice of. Master. Oh, this must be Frey's successor. A worthy one, I have no doubt. My name is Opan, and it is an honor and a pleasure to meet you, Shroud. You did well to come so far on your own before meeting Sid, and together we have both grown so much, in mind and body and soul, as Dark Knights and as true heroes. There was a time when I was hailed as a hero too, for deeds meritorious in the defense of Ishgard and in the name of the Fury. A brave and true temple knight I was, slayer of countless Dravanians, a commander beloved of and respected by his men. They would follow me into the seventh hell. And indeed that was where I led them, time and time again. They would fall and I would earn the accolades, and then they would give me more green boys with dreams of glory. Yeah. green boys with red blood spilled on white snow, again and again and again. And then one day I couldn't remember the first one's face. I had forgotten the face of the first boy who gave his life for me. That was the day I left the Temple Knights. I know that tale by heart, but not the tale what came after. Why a goodly man with titles and wealth, a man who could have lived out his days in quiet comfort, why that man chose instead to walk the path, and to once more accept 2 children into his care. Aye. You asked me that very question long ago, and I told you that one day you would understand, when you were older and wiser and stronger. Shall we put you to the proof, Cid, and see if today is that day? You always were fond of your tests. No, don't be cross. You've only yourself to blame. These are your memories, remember? But of course you do. The point is, deep down, you wanted this. And while there's no substitute for the genuine article, you could do a lot worse. Ooh, he actually has a cool sword. Looks really weird, though. So do me this honor, all of you. One last dance with the dead. Show me the man you have become, Sidurgu of the Obsidian Heart. Here we go. Alright, here we go. Ooh. Oh, great. At least the sprites are easy to kill. Got it. It's kind of impressive that a memory is this strong. Oh crap. Come on, go down, big boy. This shit again. Ah, gotta stack up on him again. use a limit break on the motherfucker? That's some cheap shit, okay? That's some cheap shit. You ass. I love the AoE bullshit. Eesh. Damn. Wait, I just realized what his last name was. Is Deep Black. Okay. Well done, Shroud. Well done indeed. Frey would be proud to know that you carry on his legacy. And mine. And Sid, my boy, my beloved boy, you nearly had me. Oh, spare me your sympathy, you bloody shade. I lost, and that's the end of it. You kept Riel and Shroud out of harm's way, Sid. You did well. Learn to shut up and take the compliment. You asked me once why I chose to walk the path, why I choose to look after you and Frey. Why I chose to look after you and Frey, even though deep down you already know. But since I lost, I owe you the answer from my lips. I was angry. Angry with the Temple Knights, angry with myself, angry with this twisted world where good men die for nothing. I was seeking justice for my boys, and forgiveness for my sins. I saved lives and punished the wicked, and for a time that was enough. But nothing lasts forever, does it? And a man ought to have a legacy. I failed my boys as a Temple Knight, but you two were my second chance. I would teach you everything I knew, everything I learned from my mistakes, so you wouldn't have to make them. I would send you out into the world and to do great things, and maybe it would all balance out. Well, that's all I have to say about that. You know what comes next, don't you? Though I suppose I ought to give you a word of advice before I disappear in a puff of smoke. I am your predecessor's master, after all. People like us will never know peace. Every moment brings us closer to death. Those of our enemies, our beloved ones, and yes, our very own. The fear of death is what keeps most men alive. That dread, that desperation to escape the inevitable, if only for a little longer. But we are not like most men. We have seen what awaits us beyond the abyss. We have tasted that despair, bathed in that oblivion. We have wept rivers for our dead and cursed the gods for their cruelty. That is our sword and our strength. And that is why you may one day stand above us all. May the gods have mercy on your soul. Take care, Sid. Be nicer to the girl, and try to be less of a chocobo's ass. Oh, for the love of... It still kind of sours everything knowing that was all just a fabricated memory, though. As the ether flows from your soul crystal once more, from the depths of the fading abyss, you hear a whisper. Again. Good, good. I'm glad to see it all worked out in the end. As for you, Mist, I distinctly recall telling you not to do that. Forgive me. Had I known it would come to violence, I... Don't you dare start pouting. I'm annoyed, and sore all over, but it's nothing that won't heal with time. All I ask is that you promise not to do it again without warning and consent. Memories can be powerful and painful. in more ways than one. That said, he was right. I've only myself to blame. If I thought I could defeat him, I would've. But I didn't think I had a chance, and so I didn't. Ugh. His injuries are worse than I thought. We should hurry back to Mog... Oh, that's real. His injuries are worse than I thought. We should hurry back to Mogholm. For a moment, I was certain he would fly into a fury. Could it be that he is grateful for the experience after all? In a small way, probably, but it was still rude to do it when you were distinctly asked not to. Then it was not in vain. Tired and broken though he may be, he is nevertheless better for the pain. And in time, we too may be. There is still hope. Redemption is not beyond us. Again, he's still saying us. So again, it's reaffirming that idea that Mist is a part of of us. Okay. Sidegu. I'm afraid Ria was right. I'm going to need some time to recover. I'm not fit to travel in my condition. Which means, oh gods help me, I'm going to have to stay with these furry little shites even longer. His own personal hell. 2 more times, was it? 2 more times when we finish with this boy's crusade. Not soon enough. Sure, I'd be a dear and punch a Moogle for me, would you? Oh, I love Sid. So none of this questing has taken place in any of the Stormblood zones. It's kind of interesting. As you can see, Sid has yet to fully recover from his bout with Sir Opanye, or Opan, and there is no telling how much more time he will require. But my quest will brook no delay. If we must seek out another soul in need of succor without their assistance, then so be it. Do you agree? I suppose. Then we are of one mind. Now then, where shall we begin our search? War is perhaps the greatest source of a man's misery. So much death and destruction. A battlefield, perhaps. Yes. The slaughter you bore witness to at Castrum Oriens is precisely that of which I speak. A tragedy which tore apart the lives of every man and woman it touched. My mind is made up. That is where we must go. Now we're getting into Stormblood related stuff. If I had it my way, I'd not let you out of my sight. But again, it's your soul crystal at stake. I'm only here to help you reclaim your ether. If you think you can look after him by yourself, then by all means. As for me, I think I've finally regained enough strength to make the journey back to Ishgard. When you're finished in Girabania, come and find us at the Forgotten Night. To Castrum Oriens. Away! There he is, Mist. Hey look, it's Robin Hood. Sun's still out. Say, looks. That's the first thing I thought when I saw this guy over here. Only he had a bow to finish off the look. Castrum Oriens, how it buzzes with life. So many brave soldiers resolve to do their duty no matter the cost. But have no doubt there will be a cost, and it will be most high if no man is beyond the reach of fate. Death will not be denied. This place, it weighs on me. Anywhere but here I would search. And I haven't unlocked flight here, so we're gonna have to take the long way. course, it had to be... It had to be in the Girabania. Couldn't have been in, I don't know, any of the Far East zones I have unlocked flying in? Nah, that'd be too easy. Alright, en route. On the road again. I say on the road again. Actually, have we been in here before? I don't think we have. Come to share the fire? I would stand to greet you, stranger, but my legs, my eyes, the whole lot of me is not what it once was. For a second there, I thought his eyes weren't there. Huh. Shroud, I know that name. And that voice. Baraka, you're still alive. Praise him, praise him. Who is this man on the verge of death? Is he your friend? Nay, nay, though I am flattered that you would think so. This man made medicine for me long, long ago at the behest of Captain Mefrid, when we were still in Quarry Mill. Oh, fuck, it's this guy. If I'd kept it all to myself, I'd have made a full recovery, but I couldn't. I had a dear friend, you see, who... And so I made a choice. He got better and I didn't. Ended up working for the Griffin, he did, as a right-hand man. Right-hand man even. But like all the rest who went to the wall, he never came back. That reminds me, we really gotta track down Yu Hase and kill that little shit. The irony of it, that I'd be the one to outlive them all, if only for a little while. And so I sit here and await the reckoning, as I rot from the inside out, the husk of the freedom fighter I aspired to be. No, this is not the ending you deserve. I will not allow it. The man he spoke of, the one whose life he chose to save at the cost of his own, that man is proof of his nobility. If he were here... Do you wish to see him again? Your dear friend? Hudert? Aye, more than anything. But there's no point in praying for the impossible. He died with the rest, I'm sure of it. He was the Griffin's double, and one of his top commanders besides. Oh boy. You're a kind boy, you are, and I'm grateful for the company. In these twilight hours, but there's no need to trouble yourself further. My time is nearly spent. Then spend the remainder thinking of better days, Scallion, and not dwelling on the deaths of me and mine. God, strike me down, Hudert? No, no, it can't be. This is not more than a trick, an illusion, a lie. But even if it is a lie, hear me, Hudert. I have a favor to ask you. One final favor for a dying fool. Return to the Reach, to Bloodstorm. Offer a prayer to our brothers there. I will, Galleon. You have my word. We should talk outside. Wait, wasn't the whole point of summoning the memory so he can be with Galleon as he passes?
To Mefrid and Galleon, you were larger than life. I always wanted to meet you, and here we are. Though I reckon this doesn't really count, does it? If only I could go back and tell myself what a blind, bloody fool I was to place my trust in the Griffin. Maybe then Galleon wouldn't be dying alone. Listen, he hasn't got much time. I'll lead the way. The wilds between here and the Reach aren't too dangerous, but as you can see, I'm unarmed. So, I'll not be any good to you in a fight. Nor will I fear. We'll have to rely solely on you for protection. I have no doubt you can keep us safe. You're the bleeding warrior of light, after all. Let us be off.
God, this is so heavy. Man. I am kind of sitting here thinking, though, like, what if a loved one I have lost in the past were brought back to life, and I could speak to essentially the visualization of them, of my memories. Like, how would I handle that? Would I be upset? Would I be grateful? A combination of the two? I don't know. I've lost a lot of people in my life, so it's hard to narrow it down. Oh, that's right, I forgot I unlocked this ability. I gotta practice using it, that's for sure, because I'm not used to pulling out this second layer of AoE. Alright, get hold of it back up. Can't have his memory passing already. That'd be bad. Strong as ever, eh? Stronger even than you were that day, I reckon. They say that when the Griffin's men realized you were coming to stop them, they grew panicked and unsure. How could they take up arms against a man hailed as a hero of Eorzea? A hero who had personally intervened in their lives for the better. Some stood their ground and died then and there for it. I imagine while others looked the other way and tried to find some other Imperials to kill. I pray I wasn't foolish enough to try and fight you. I owed you better. Ah, fuck. Hudut, speak to me! I'm fine. Just got dizzy all of a sudden. We have to hurry, do you hear me? We have to make it to the Reach.
I made a promise to Galleon. I will not fail you, brother.
It cannot be the distance. We haven't traveled far enough yet.
A man's memories cannot outlive him. I told you, he hasn't got much time, and neither do I. I'll hold on as long as I can, but in the end, it's not up to me.
I hear an aether current. Hold on. God, this is so fucking heavy, man. Okay, now I don't hear it. It's not up here, is it? Nope, doesn't look like it.
I heard it over there. Oh, okay, that's why. It's all the way up there. I don't think it's too much of a detour to try and get the... I don't think, anyway. Oh, come on. I don't think he's going to be able to make it to the Reach. So close. Hodet, you must go on. You must make Galleon whole. Remember, Hodet. Don't you think I know that? He saved my life, and we all went and died for naught. For naught! All we ever wanted was to go home. Oh, come ye wayward brothers, bereft of hearth and home. Beneath yon burning star there lies a haven for the bold. Raise up your hands and voices, let fill your hearts with pride. Above the churning waters we stand strong and unified. We can still go home. Even now, after everything we have done, we can still go home. Ah, fuck. He didn't make it. He fell and would not rise. He began to shake and he was so close. He could have made it. He should have made it. How cruel the gods to tempt us with this promise of redemption. We did not fail. They failed us. They failed us. Forgive me. Forgive me. My failure is my own. I had my chance and I squandered it. Reclaim that which was yours. As the ether flows into your soul crystal once more, from the depths of the fading abyss you hear a whisper. It is not finished. Not yet. You will come and pray with me. I was about to say, we can go pray on their behalf. Pay respects. Press F in the chat, boys. Gonna pay respects to the Bloodstorm. Spawn of Bloodstorm. Man. These stories are all so... Eek. They're really, really amazing, but... God, do they heart-wrench you. A storm of blood approaches fast. Hell's open. Okay, so we read that before. Hold on, I think I have to... Wait. Okay, I didn't have to be in general. Say, okay. What good are prayers to the dead? They have not ears to listen. No eyes to see, our hearts to console. Not remains of them which, save fleeting recollections, soon lost to time and to the abyss. We are left only with pain, a lingering sadness for names and faces consigned to oblivion. How are we to withstand this relentless onslaught which threatens to consume us? Is there no truth but this? That all men must die? Is this our world to suffer or to shape? The world is what we make of it. I, by my sword, that is my truth. Such as the gods design. Nah, definitely not the second one. Indeed. We are only bound by the gods' law by choice. We cannot save everyone, can we? Sometimes it is all we can do to save ourselves. Does any of it matter? What, if aught, have we wrought by our own hands? One last time, I gave you my word, and I mean to keep it. But know this, every intervention has come at a cost, a sacrifice. When I have finished, naught will remain of me. But it does not have to be. For all our faults, for all our failures, we have made a difference. All the lives we have shattered, we can make them come together again. Time and death are true enemies. Need hold no power over us. I can make a place for you in my world. You need only ask. We should go back to Ishgard. You must miss Sid and Riel.
I'm really worried he's gonna try and bring back a character that we lost so far. I'm thinking that might be like the final thing, but I'm also wondering who would he bring back from our past. Our character's past.
Shroud, I pray your trip to Girabania was productive? I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, I'm glad you reclaimed more of your ether. I but wish the circumstances hadn't been so depressing. For Mist's sake, I shall have to see how he is feeling when he returns.
Actually, now come to think of it, did I actually attack that thing with Soul Eater? I don't think I did.
No, as far as I'm aware, he has yet to return to Ishgard. He certainly isn't here, as you can see.
Oh, God damn it. Don't tell me he decided to run away. Just when I was beginning to trust the little bastard.
No, I could still be wrong. He's under little trust. A few days' worth, no more.
Alright, Abyss Armor Coffin and the Blackest Night. Okay.
God's damn it, Mist. We're going to have to track him down and make him return the remainder of the ether he stole from you, aren't we? He said that when he was finished, naught would remain of him. Bloody vague and ominous, to say the least. We'll just have to press him for answers when we find him. You last saw him at Rauga's Reach in Girabania, yes? We'll start there.
I'm going to. I won't take no for an answer. Sid's gotten better, but he's a long way from fully recovered. Besides, you'll need someone else to help you do the talking. Sid's no good at it.
Busting his balls as always.
Alright.
Hop on over to Rauga's Reach. Looking for a young boy with long blue hair, you say? Reckon I would remember someone like that if they were to come this way, and I don't. Spoke with the fellow before me during the changing of the guard, as we do, and he made no mention of anyone matching the description either. Huh. Alright, Beast Tamer. What's that? You're looking for that boy too, are you? I was watching some birds late the other night when I heard someone skulking about behind me. Forgive me, I hear him saying, before he runs off and disappears into the dark. Then I realize it's quiet, too quiet. Aye. Sleeping birds make noise and mine ain't. 'Cause they're dead. Every last one of them. No wounds or anything any other obvious marks. But there they lay, like the life was sucked right out of them. I don't know how or why he did it, but there's no denying that he did. I demand recompense. If you find him, you bring him to me. Okay, that's fucking ominous. Did he suck the ether right out of them? Orella. Yes, I remember the long-haired boy. Very curious, with many questions about the nature of ether. He conversed with one of the adder conjurers for a time. I know not what they discussed, but for his expression, I gathered it was important. Our inspector returns. Tell us, have you learned aught of Miss' whereabouts? Seen conversing with a conjurer and possibly killing chocobos? Oh, they were full chocobos. Oh, I thought we were talking smaller birds. Jesus. Not sure what to make of that. Though we can be sure he stayed here for a time. But perhaps no longer. We learned but moments ago from Gillo here that a boy matching Miss' description was seen leaving the Reach. He was for the peaks, and so are we. Alright. He killed chocobos. Yeah, I know, that took me by surprise. I was thinking like small, like, Tweety birds. Like, which is still bad, but... that, like, one's a chicken the size of a horse, which is a much more significant kill, and the other is like a little Tweety bird, which die if you're driving a little fast and they just happen to be flying along the road. The amount of crows my family's killed over the years. Oh my god, look at that. He's on a bird killing spree. No visible injuries, no bleeding. Aye. It is as Riel says, these beasts died from no discernible reason, just like the chocobos that man in the Reach claims Mist somehow killed. But it doesn't add up. Other than his singular magic, Mist was utterly helpless. Unless, was he always capable of this? But we know the answer already. He stole your ether when we first met. Even if he could do it, even if he did do it, why? We'll have to ask him when we find him. And this time, you'll let me do the talking. Search the east. Riel and I will head south. We'll meet in between if we find naught, and if we do, either you will come to our aid or we to yours. As you survey your surroundings, you observe naught out of the ordinary, but on the edge of hearing, you hear a whisper to the southwest. Yeah. I'm definitely thinking maybe my earlier theory with Mist is wrong. He's acting so independently and so disconnected from us. I don't think... What the... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This bitch! Wait, Sid killed her! The fuck? Oh, God. Seven hells, I hate being right. On your guard. Mist has shown his true colors. The ether or whatever else he took from those beasts has given him tremendous strength. Contrary to his earlier warnings, conjuring another simulacrum wasn't the end of him. And of all the wonderful people he had to pluck from our memories, he had to choose Istride de Calenoir. Fuck, that name. He knows why we're here, and this is his answer. He summoned the monster that haunts Riel in her dreams and sends her screaming from her bed. Forgive me, Sid, but you gave me no choice. Say your name, your real name? Yeah, I'm calling it. Maybe my theory was right. Shall I ask you the same? Who holds the reins? Though it matters not. We are complicit, you and I. Can you even remember why you came here? Can you even remember how many you killed? How many lives shattered? How many stories ended? Upon the surface of the crystal are carved the signs of dark nights past, and yours are beyond counting, beyond fathoming, without end. Justice is an excuse, nobility is a lie, murder is murder. Yeah, so he is a part of us, so I called that shit. I was starting to doubt myself because of how much he was doing completely by himself, independently. At least with Frey, like, the moment... I always got the vibe that the moment we left Frey where he was, he just disappeared. And even then, there was always the argument of, was he even there to begin with? There were many times where characters talked to us, and it gave the vibe that Frey was only visible to us. This is far more advanced of a projection. Oh fuck, I forgot to read that out loud. But we need suffer no longer. I sought to make these broken souls whole, one by one, when in truth the solution was much more simple. A world beyond pain and suffering and anguish and despair. A world beyond death. A world in which we never need bid farewell to our dearest friends. And how many beasts will you need to kill to make this world yours? World of yours. How much ether will you need to consume to see it through? Bloody self-righteous sophistry with mewling whelp. So your brilliant plan is to fill the world with simulacra of the dead, is it? And somehow that's supposed to make everyone happy. Well, you're right about one thing. I'll grant you that. This world is brutal, uncaring without logic or justice. No justice, but that which we make for ourselves. And I'll be damned if I give it up so you can force your illusions upon us to assuage your guilt. Did you not find comfort in your reunion with your master? Even though you knew it was a lie? Did it not help you to unburden your soul, to find a measure of peace in this madness? I am not your enemy now, not then or now. I will not fight you. All I ask is that you leave me to my duty. It's never too late to turn back. You are still a good person. You can still be a good person. So this is your answer.
Where have we heard that before?
Maybe you cannot accept what needs to be done, but I can. Goodbye.
Alright, we had to kill this bitch again. Did it once before, we can do it again. Ah, God. Well, good news is she's dying rather quickly, so. Efficiency! Why is that so loud? Those particular sound effects are really loud. That was too easy, so we got more. There's more to it than that. Oh, fuck you. Not as pissed to see her. I never really cared about him.
So many broken by this world. And then by you. So many.
Oh, please.
Woe betide the man who stands opposed to the weapon of light. For death will be his reward. Death for him and his kin. And all that he holds dear. Woe betide the man who stands with the weapon of... Oh, I read that. Like sands through the hourglass, everything we fight so desperately to protect slips through our fingers. And what remains is us. Only us and the memory of our sin. To walk this path is to suffer, to sacrifice.
Listen to my voice, listen to our heartbeat. Justice demands no less. I tire of this charade. Justice demands no less. That was fast.
Serve, save, slave, say. I've sins aplenty. Aye, but but regrets? Not so much. And if he wouldn't listen to me, the embodiment of good sense and pragmatism, then what hope could you possibly have?
Frey, my boy, how you doing?
A house divided cannot stand, you know. This childish rebellion ends now. What in the seven hells is this?
A compromise, I suppose. Our dear friend here refused to let me take the reins, but I wasn't about to stand idly by while that imbecile tries to do whatever it was he was trying to do. No hard feelings about White Brim, eh? I promise not to stab you in the back. It'll be just like old times. A Dark Knight needs a sword. Take mine.
No, this is wrong. This is all wrong.
Hey, your choice.
I offer you peace, restitution, a chance to make amends. Do not think you are above it. Do not think that a reckoning will be postponed indefinitely.
Okay, now you're just pulling certain memories out of your ass.
When it comes, I shall welcome it with open arms. But today will not be the day. You will not be the judge.
Here we go!
Here we go!
Alright, here we are.
Well, that was fast.
God, I love AoEs. Even if they're not super strong in this game. Yep. Got this asshole again. Crap! Ah, hold on. I fucked it up. Yep. Crap! Nah, I'm doing normal still. I can do that. I just fucked it up. I gotta skip all that, obviously. Again, why is that one sound effect so fucking loud? Jesus. Alright, skip past those. Now we're back to where we were. Alright, try not to fuck it up with sound.
Fucking hell. Grab. Grab. Come on, go down. Why is this guy more annoying than the Warrior of Darkness even was? Make us whole? Alright. Boom. Forgive me. Forgive me. I ask, I beg, I pray, but it never comes. Again they go to join the multitude in the black oblivion of the abyss. Such is our lot. Such is the fate of all who are born to suffer and to die. But do not seek forgiveness, for it will not ease the burden it weighs as it should. But what of the lost? Do they not deserve to live again? They do. They do. In our hearts, in our souls, and our memories. No one likes having to say goodbye, but it's a part of life. That's what makes the time we share together so precious. You can't obsess over the mistakes of the past, or you'll lose sight of the future, of the people who are still with us, who need us more than ever. The greatest strength is born of the flame in the abyss. Listen to my voice. Listen to our heartbeat. Listen. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. Thank you. That is all I ever wanted. So, this is it. One last parting. One final farewell, after a fashion. In our darkest hour and the blackest night, think of me, and I will be with you, always. For where else could I go? Who else could I love but you?
Group hug. Me. The mad bastards, they did it again. Ow, my eye. That was pretty awesome. Alright, we gotta speak with Sid. Let's go back to Ishgard. That was pretty cool, though. Their choices led them to that abyss. They can only choose to accept it or rue it. Pretty much. You'll forgive us for returning to Ishgard ahead of you, I hope. I needed some time to think on everything that happened in Girabania. I won't pretend to know everything you've been through in your life. A man can never truly understand what's in another's heart, and probably not their own, for that matter. I'm pretty much rambling at this point, but I suppose what I'm trying to say is that I'm grateful for everything you've done for me and Riel. I like you, I respect you, and I'll always be here for you if you need me. We're fellow walkers of the path, after all, and friends, I'd like to think. I've been wondering, Mist appeared at the same time the soul crystal cracked, yes? But which happened first, and why then and there? Damned if I know. Does anyone truly understand how soul crystals work? What matters is that the crystal and shroud have been made whole. That said, a heart bleeds, a man weeps, a soul burns. Thence comes the darkness to consume. And few hearts have bled as much as his. Speaking of bleeding, I think your wounds have reopened. That's real. Speaking of bleeding, I think your wounds have reopened. If you would sit, it would be much easier for me to tend to them. Should get some rest too, Shroud. Not all wounds are so obvious. Out of the mouths of babes and sucklings. Praise Hallown. She's right, though. No need to overdo it by running off to the next battle just yet. If you just put on one foot in front of the other, though, why don't you go back to where this whole damn mess began? Maybe you'll have an epiphany. Return to where it all began. Okay. Well, where the whole journey began for me was Ul'dah, but I'm assuming that's not what it means. I suppose this particular journey. Our compromise. Last vigil. Alright, here we are. Here we go. Here we go. Go, go. Where it all began. Quite literally. For this particular journey. It's not really where it all began, where this particular journey began. Yeah, it's whole. What troubles you, Master Scythe? Ah, Count Edmond. But of course,
'Tis bitterly cold this day. At times like these, one should be warming themselves by the fire. Not a day goes by without your name being spoken, you know. The soldiers and merchants often bring us news of your latest exploits. That said, to hear it from the hero himself would be much preferable. But there would be no exceptions were you to call on us. The pleasure of your company alone would be more than enough.
Dad Edmund, he really is. He is dad.
Rare though I expect it will be the days to come, but your destiny was never to remain here, was it? Though a part of me wishes that you would. Forgive me. I find myself growing more and more sentimental in my old age, and in working on my memoirs, I have had to reflect on the darker chapters of my life. Hashafant lived his to the fullest, and if his story is preserved for generations to come, then I should be glad of it. You will always have a place here, Shroud, for you are family. Now go. Do not let me keep you from your labors. The world waits for none, not even you.
Alright, and the Blackest Night. That's our newest ability. That's the one that allows us to summon, like, summon, like, our dark side to fight with us, right? I don't know how often I'll use it. My ability bar is already so goddamn full. This concludes the Dark Knight's request from Stormblood. In order to undertake the next series of quests, you must have registered a final... Okay, I already have. You must have completed the main scenario quest, Shadowbringers. Oh, I have to complete Shadowbringers to get to it. Okay. You must have completed the role quest to have loved and lost. Okay. Once you have done so, the next Dark Knight quest will be available from Sidurgu. Okay. Wrong, that's a shield? Oh. Okay. So we still don't have the ability to summon Frey. Gotcha. Yeah, I really have no room for it. I'm not gonna... The F keys are pretty much my throwaway abilities that I don't remember to press. Well, hopefully it's not important to remember that one. Creates a barrier on target that absorbs damage. Okay. Duration 7 seconds. 7 seconds? Alright, what's its recast? 15 seconds. Okay, it's only 50 seconds to recast. But it costs MP. Okay. I'll do this. I'll switch it with Rampart. Alright. This implicates the dark arts effect, which has been granted. This occurs when the barrier applied by the action the Blackest Night has absorbed the full amount of damage. Flood of Darkness and Edge of Darkness can be performed by consuming dark arts instead of MP while the effect is active. Ooh, okay, that's useful. Alright, so that's pretty damn useful. Okay. Alright, so it'll be pretty useful. So I'll keep it in C. I'll have to practice with it, no doubt. Alright. Let's switch back to our katana wielding maniac. Return to Castrum Oriens. Tally here! What a hell of a journey, though. I gotta say, the Dark Knight class is already as it is a really fun class to play. But on top of it, the class stories are so fantastic. Merchant and Menda. Hold on, let me switch back to Dark Knight so I can get all my gear. Oh, that's right. I got new Dark Knight gear. Before we continue, let me see what that looks like.
Antiquated Abyss. Alright, what's all this gear look like? Apparently there's no Antiquated Abyss belt. Gotcha. Okay, so it's okay, so that's what it is. So the Antiquated Abyss stuff is literally just okay. So we got a preview of it when we paused. Okay, I really like this set though. This looks pretty fucking cool. Wait, does it have a helmet? Oh, it does. Okay, what does that look like? Oh, damn. The Dark Knight set has so much cool shit. That is a weird looking blade, I'm not gonna lie though. I like it, but it's weird. Yeah, I will say this looks a lot better though than what my glam was, so I'll leave that on. Me likey. Although I do want the best shit equipped, so we'll glam that. Boom. There we go. Alright, and we will reassign again. Boom. I'm tempted to glam the sword, but I don't know. It looks... I think that sword looks pretty damn cool, so we'll stick for it for now, but I might decide to glam it later. I forgot to mention, very important, you can cast Blackest Night shields on other players to protect them from targeted attacks. Well, no, you didn't need to tell me that. Like, I already read that, because it's implied in Darkest Night when it says, creates a barrier around target. Which, to me, says if you're targeting an ally, you can cast it on them. It'd be weird if that was incorrect. At that point, I'd just have to say, oh, well, that needs to get fixed. That is cool, though. I like the purple. Not gonna lie. I'm a huge fan of the color purple. It's probably my favorite color. My favorite color combo is purple and black. Second favorite is red and black. And my second favorite color is red. And black is not a color, but it's my favorite pigment. And pigments is pretty much all grayscale. It's like, it's black to gray to white, so. Favorite pigment is definitely gotta be black. But there's only really two choices in pigments. I wonder if anyone out there's got a cooler glam than this, though. I doubt it, because this looks so fucking cool. I don't know if it looks better with or without the helmet on, though. Looks pretty damn cool either way. We'll leave the helmet off for now, though. So I love my Sam Glam, and I love my Dark Knight Glam. Oh, that's right. I gotta update that. Boom. Favorite combo is black and gold. I do understand. Black and gold is pretty cool too. It's really nice. Because of it, especially if black is the bigger color. If it's mainly black and then got gold trim, beautiful. Because it really exacerbates that gold when it's comboed with black. Black goes with a lot of colors, to be honest. The one color combo I staunchly say black does not work with, though, is black and blue.
Specifically, bright blue. Like, very light, almost sky blue. In my opinion, it looks ugly with black. I don't know why. It could be because I hate the color blue as it is, but I really don't like it. Sorry, I'm admiring my new look. Alright, now, what was I gonna do? Oh, yeah. Well, I would like to continue on and do some MSQ, but I haven't eaten anything today, and... Like gray or gray blue with orange? You like gray or gray blue with orange? Really? I don't know. Interesting choice. How bright of orange? Like really bright? Like pumpkin bright? Or like a little bit more reserved? Yeah. But I've been going for 2.5 hours. I think that's a fair... It's a shorter stream. But I think it's fair for today. Especially since a lot of emotional taxing with the Dark Knight's story, Stormblood story. So we'll pick back up tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's Friday, right? Yeah, I dye my mains clothes Dragoon blue all the time. Dragoon blue is darker blue, though, isn't it? It's like almost black blue. Just not whatever the cobalt blue of Ultramarines is bad. I like royal blue, though. Royal blue is okay. I don't like bright blues. Reserved orange. More reserved orange, okay. Well... I'm going to call it there, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope everybody has a great afternoon. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow for another FF stream. Hopefully, we'll get to the stream at around 1 o'clock, 1:30. I know it depends on when I wake up. I got plenty I got to do tonight before I go to bed. I got to eat, obviously. So there's lots of stuff to do. But I'll catch y'all later. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Also, leave a like on the stream if you enjoyed. Much appreciated. Give me that little... sense of validation.